The beard is regarded as a symbol of manhood and manliness. It is definitely a masculine trait. Scripture teaches that a beard makes a man more handsome, and also is a clear distinction between man and woman, boy and a man. In the beginning, Yahuwah created man in his image, having a beard clearly distinctive from a woman. Although today society teaches against having a beard or facial hair, are we to take the natural ways Yahuwah designed us and destroy, corrupt, or deny them? By no means, far be it. For it is written, more pleasing to Yahuwah than sacrifices is keeping his laws and commandments, right ruling and righteousness. Wayikra or Leviticus 19:27. You shall not round off the hair on your temples, or mar the edge of your beard. Round and mar should be translated as cut and clip the edge of your beard. This would include the extremity that normally is lined or shaved off. This, along with other laws and statutes, was a distinguishing characteristic that the Hebrew man carried. I think Yahuwah, with his infinite knowledge, knew what would take place concerning the ways of man and his facial hair, so he gave us a statute that would distinguish us as Kadash men from men of the world. Plucking out one's beard or making cutting in the flesh, shaving the head and beard were signs of mourning, or in some cases dishonoring a man in combat by shaving off his beard. This is noted when King David tells his troops not to come back until their beards have grown back. This is noted in 2 Shemuel or Samuel 10:5. When David was told about this, he sent messengers to meet the men, for they were greatly humiliated. The king said, "Stay at Jericho till your beards have grown, and then come back." When an effeminate man or drag queen wants to look like a woman, what is the main distinguishing characteristic that they remove? Shaving off facial hair or the beard. What is the thing that women remove to be more feminine? They remove body hair. We are also commanded not to make patterns in our beards, and not to shave our heads or around the sides of the head, leaving a tuft of hair on the top, as would many pagans do for the dead. It is my understanding that it is acceptable to have the top of your hair trimmed in one length all around. We as Hebrew men and those who keep the Torah are to have full biblical or Kadash beards unlined and untrimmed with extremity. Not only that, but we are all not to let our hair on the head grow long, as Scripture teaches us that it is a dishonor for a man to have long hair. Corinthians 11:14. Does not nature itself teach you that if a man wears long hair, it is a disgrace for him? There are some exceptions considering if there is a disease or infection involving the beard or facial hair, as in Wayikra or Leviticus. The other is if a man or a woman takes a Nazirite vow. In Bemidbar are Numbers 6:1-21. All the days of his vow of separation, no razor shall touch his head, until the time is completed for which he separates himself to Yahuwah. He shall be holy. He shall let the locks of hair of his head grow long. Once their service was finished, they would cut off all the hair and give it as a burnt peace offering. Hebrew men generally wore full beards, compared to the desert nomads who frequently clipped or cut their beards. Idolaters had beards carefully trimmed, round, and even. This was forbidden to Hebrews. In those days, Hebrews were clearly distinguished from Mohammedan, that later trimmed their beards and lined the extremities. By now, if you've decided to let your beard grow for the sake of keeping Torah and the statutes, then I congratulate and salute you. You are still able to keep your beard somewhat neat, although it is not cut or trimmed. In order to do so, just make sure you shampoo and condition your beard and simply comb or brush it. As for the mustache, what I find helpful is getting a toothbrush and using it to brush my mustache to the left and to the right so that the hair doesn't get in the way when eating. Well, I hope this has been insightful. To you and yours, Shabbat Shalom.